Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm kind of excited to be here on YouTube. Let me find myself. Sorry, I'm a little late. I was using the wrong camera and I had to start all over. Let's see, where am I? So let me know, are you with me today? I can't even find YouTube on here. Sorry. Let me know if you're stamping with me, and then we can I can make sure I'm going at a good speed if you're stamping with me. If you're stamping kind of next to me, let me know what you're doing. Let's see here. It's just easiest to search for myself. And then hopefully I can find myself live. And there I am. All right. So let me know if you're watching. Leave me a message. Leave me a comment. I think I know what I'm doing now. I did a test run on Monday night after my Facebook Live. So, all right. So thank you for joining me. If you're watching the replay, let me know you watched and what you learned and what you want to see next time. And so I'm going to do this monthly on YouTube. So, okay. So I'm going to be using the Whale of a Time suite, which is in the annual catalog on pages 94 to 96, if you have that handy. I'm going to get this out of the way. Hopefully you know where to find me. If not, shoot me a message and I'll help you find me. So this is the designer series paper. Isn't that fun? Actually, I think it's this way. There's so much here. So many fun, bright colors. Background, and you can add your own things. Just fish. Look at that. Isn't that fun? That'd be a great scrapbook page if you go to the beach or whatever. So, and turtles, whales. I believe we can punch those out with our whale punch. And I think there's 4 of each of these in my, I think I have more than one set here even. There's some pretty. So this is what I'm using. And you know I like my one-sheet wonders, so I have a few of those, and we're going to start with those first. So there we go. Okay, and I see your comment, turtles. Thank you for being here. All right. So this is going to be the first one I use. So this is my 6x6 paper. And you know, our cards are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I really like starting with the 2-inch strip, and then you only waste a 1/2 inch there to get a nice layer on the card. So this is the first cut I'm going to do, 2 inches off one side of my 6x6. And then I'm left with 4-inch. So that's 2 and this is 4. And then I'm going to cut 1-inch strips. And I'm going to do this with 2 or 3 of my pieces of patterned paper. And then I'm going to mix and match and create a few of these cards. So I'm going to leave this up for, oh, sorry, can you see everything? So this is my 6x6. So a 2-inch strip and then 1-inch strips that are 4 inches wide. Sorry, and then this is my card with 1-inch, 4 by 1 inch, which are these 4 by 1 inch. And I'm going to create this card with those 4 by 1 inch strips. And then they suggested a 2 by 3. I'm probably just going to use a punch, and I have a punch that's probably close to that. And then this is the card, and I have samples of this one. Get into my camera. So you start with a standard card, and then you score at 1 1/4 inches, and then pull that flap back. And I like to adhere it, and then it makes for an interesting fold on your card. And then you use, these are 1-inch strips that you created here. Okay, so I'm going to actually talk about these first at the beginning of the video, and then we'll start stamping. So here are some more 6x6 one-sheet wonders that I've done previously. I had to go back and find them. They were not easy to find, so I need to do a better job of sharing those. Again, there's my 2-inch strip with a 1/2 inch cut off, and that'll be a nice layer for a card. And then this is one of my favorites. A 3 by 4 fits nicely across a card. And then you put, let's say this is your designer series paper, and then you put a white piece, and then you could put something in the middle. Well, I'll make a few of those cards too. That's a fun one. This is one I found, and I'm not sure I like diagonals. I had a card I made with that earlier this week, and in my rush this evening I couldn't find it, but we'll do one of those as well. And then the last one, which might be kind of fun, again, there's that 2-inch being cut off, and then a 4x4-inch square can be the focal point of your card. It might be fun with one of those seaweed ones, and then I'll stick some whales or turtles in there or something. And then if you take this 2, and this is 4, so this 2x4 piece, and cut it into trapezoids, I believe they're called, just randomly cut those at an angle. And then that fits nicely with a nice border on a 5x2.5-inch piece. So if you want to take a screenshot, let me make sure you see that one. There you go. If you want to take a screenshot, you can see what that is. And then this is a new one. I'm not sure I like the diagonals, but we'll try it. And then we've seen that one before. So let's go back to this first one. So these 1-inch strips, so this is 2-inch, and I'm going to cut it in half at 1. So some of the cards I made using that. So it's just, I don't know if you can see, it's folded back. This is folded back at 1 1/4 inch, and then it gives you a nice border. I haven't put in a piece of weight on that. So this was with the Forever Greenery, I believe. And some ideas with, those are all dies. There's just a few embellishments, and you've got a quick card. So those are my ideas for tonight, and that's what I'm working with. So I think I'm just going to start creating. If you have any questions, please let me know. I can always pull these back if you need the measurements again. So I'm going to put these right here. Actually, I'll put them on my computer. So I see people are joining me. Thank you for joining me. This is so fun. And I have my water. Stampin' Up. Whoa, I just dripped my Stampin' Up cup. And oh boy, I'll just use my chamois to clean that up. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this one since it's now wet. Bummer. I knew that leaked. I leaked in the car earlier this week. All right. So let's pick our designer series paper. So I want something that goes. So this is the one I'm going to do. I'm going to cut 2-inch off this side, and then left with 4 inches, and then I'm going to cut them in 1-inch strips, and they're going to go across my card. So I want to make sure that each of these strips is kind of interesting, and I want the colors to coordinate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it's a 5.5 inch. So I'm going to cut a few of them. So let's get started with my trimmer. I kind of like the yellow. That's kind of interesting. At 1-inch strips, you'd have some interesting. And then I want full pieces. So this is how I store my 6x6-inch paper. I just create, this is an old piece of retired, I think it's River Rock. It was just a piece of DSP that I had. It was 12x12, and I just made a really big pocket. So everything just goes into here. All my scraps. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, sorry I get distracted. All right, so the little fishies are cute. We'll do that one. And that one. I really wish we were talking to each other. Those are interesting colors. So I think I want, maybe we'll do I want to throw a different color in? No. How about turtles? No, I think I want it all that way. No. Ooh, seahorses would be fun. We'll do seahorses. I want 5. So I want something with a little bit of yellow. Jellyfish, they're kind of fun. Well, on paper, I don't think I'd want to see one at the beach because I know they sting. Oh, this one. Look at this one. This is fun. I hadn't seen this one. It's got all kinds of creatures. We're going to use that. So is that one of those? And it was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to use those 5. All right, let me move all my stuff out of the way. Hello, Jean. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry you're not here with me, but with Governor Walz's briefing at o'clock today, I think I'm staying home even more. So maybe we will increase this and do this more often than monthly. All right. So Anne and Jean, since you've commented, are you stamping with me? I know Anne was planning to. I don't know if this has a right or wrong way. Okay, so I want them to go this way, so I'm going to cut this way. So I'm going to cut 2 inches off here. I'm going to turn it upside down. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I think you can. And I'm just going to set that aside. All right, so this should be 4 by 6. Yep, and I'm going to cut. I love this trimmer because I have this 1 inch here, so I don't have to go this way and have it all kind of wobbly. I can put the 5 here and the 1 on this side. I love this trimmer. So I'm going to cut a bunch of 1 inch strips. I didn't even look at the back side of these. What's on the back side? Oh, the water. I'm hoping that each of these 1 inch strips gets a seahorse on it. So are you stamping? Let's see. Anne is stamping. Jean was not prepared to stamp. She's just watching. Are you doing something else, Jean? See, this is supposed to be our stamping time. That's why I called it Stampin' with Sue. Hi, Melissa. Mom and I are just watching a living room TV. Oh boy, I'm glad it's just my my table and not me. I'm not brave enough to put my face on camera yet. Maybe someday. All right. You're making Christmas cards. Awesome. I have to do a bunch of those. I have a few from all my videos. Again, this was 4 by 6, and I'm just cutting them into 1 inch strips. And I know I forgot some paper. At like 7:20. We started at 7:30 Central Time. At 7:20, I realized that I hadn't cut card bases, so I'm cutting real quick. Ooh, I like that. That's what the back side of our yellow one is. Actually, I believe it is Bumblebee is this color. Kind of funny, they used it on a C pattern. So it's going to go this way. We're going to cut 1 inch strips. All right, I think I need some music or something. There we go, a couple more, and then we'll make some cards. Look at this, these tiny little fish. And there's that's the back side of the one I used already. We want them to go this way, so I'm going to cut 2 inches off on this side. Make sure those are off out of the way. Put that aside for another card. And then 1 inch strips. Sorry, I guess I could have thought ahead of time and had this all done before, but I'm kind of curious to see how many cards I'll get made tonight. I'm planning on going about an hour, so maybe I won't make all these cards with these 4 by 1 inch strips. That would get kind of boring for you, I think. So I'll make a few so you get the idea of what you can create. And then we'll move on to some other patterns. Okay, one more. Oh, this one's so pretty. And the back side is just blue. Very pretty. I believe that is Pacific Point. All right, so I'm going to cut 2 inches off. And 4 by 6. And I cut 1 inch strips. Now I have to decide what color card base I want. I think I'm going to start with Pacific Point. It just seems, even the name reminds me of. We need an Atlantic something, right? The other side of the other coast where Anne lives. All right. I don't know if I'm done with that. Let's grab a piece. I believe this is Pacific Point. Get my cutter out of the way. We're going to score it. Going this way, I have a hard time. Oh, I'm just scoring at 5.5 there. Sorry. My camera is much lower here on YouTube than it normally is on Facebook. So I'm watching on the computer, and then I'm also watching on my tablet. This is also confusing. I so need a new table for stamping. Ann says Andrew, my 23-year-old son, needs to play and sing. He went upstairs to exercise. He kind of got out of the way, so that's where he is. All right, so here's all our strips. Oh, sorry, I'm not in. Oh, yeah, I am in camera view. Okay. And, oh, these are so cute. I don't know if I cut that the right way. I don't know. Oh, these fish are going the right way. I think they were swirling around, and so this strip looks like it's kind of funny. Oh, and that's kind of, we're going to go this way. And one more with the seahorses. Oh, so cute. I'm trying to decide if I want a white layer underneath that. I did bring my layers over. So I'm going to cut some real quick. So I'm going to cut. Ooh, that white makes it bright. 8, 4. Oh, no, I think I wanted it bigger. I don't think I want this. I changed my mind. We're going to make a layer for the inside, though. So 4 by 5 1/4. And then a nice thing to do is to put one of these strips on the inside as well. Maybe we'll pick a different. Oh, the water would be fun. Put that on the inside of our card. I don't know if I like the color. That looks like Pretty Peacock. And I don't have any other Pretty Peacock in here. Maybe we'll put, I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, so I'm going to adhere these, and I'm going to be using up my old snail. Do we like that order? I think I do, with the yellow in the middle. And then I'll put this a cinnamon or a whale or something. So to do these, make sure you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the top and the bottom on first. Which way? And remember, these are 4. And our card is 4 1/4. So I'm going to leave like I'm going to put it way up like that. Just like a 1/16 of an inch there, and then an 1/8 of an inch on our side. And then I'm going to put the bottom one on. I think we'll put the seahorses up one and put the seaweed, I suppose it is. Move that out of the way. Put this on the bottom. Make sure that's opening the right way. Make sure I didn't put it on upside down. All right, and then we're going to put these little fishies. No, we're going to put the seahorses next. Yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't matter. It's been a while since I've used snail. I've been using our new adhesive so much. And to be honest, when I stamp by myself, I use my 3M adhesive that my husband gets for me from work. He gets it with his employee discount. So I'm going to line these up as best I can. I think we're doing good. So I put the top and the bottom, and then I put these next, and then this one I'm just going to center. So we'll see how well I did. How's it going, Anne? Are you doing the same cutting that I am, or are you doing your own thing? I'm curious to know. So there's our card base with a little bit of, I'm going to put this in next. Actually, let's put one of these on. I kind of like the little fish. Let's do that. Just to tie in the inside of our card to the outside of our card. And then I've been seeing more and more people. I'm just going to center this in here. There's our card so far. I think we'll finish a card first. If I were just stamping on my own and just doing this, I would make a whole bunch of cards with the DSP like this, and then I would put them aside. And then I would go back and add to the cards. But I want you to see finished cards right away. So here are some I stamped during some whales I stamped. And then I have some of these all ready to go. See if any of these, that looks interesting. I think we'll do that. I keep forgetting I'm sideways. And is do your own thing. Something she needs for tomorrow. Sounds good. I know I can't just sit and watch videos. I have to be doing something, coloring images, or let's see, what do I want? This is the stamp set we're going to be using today. Whale done. The sentiments are thanks a ton, whale done. My love for you is bigger than the ocean. You're kind of a big deal. And hoping all your birthday fishes come true. Isn't that cute? And then this whale has a coordinating punch. You can see. And I've used this before. And if I can find my card, I just had it a few minutes ago. Where did it go? I believe it was October 19th. I did a video using this suite. Here it is. And if you punch it in black and white, you can make an orca. Isn't that cute? And this is the card I made on my video on October 19th. I forget what my theme was. I don't know. Maybe using DSP. Isn't that cute? Oh, I meant to grab those dies too. There's some stamping. So I think we're just going to stamp like this, but with the sentiment on that white piece. For embellishments, I should show you. This suite has pool party ribbon. It's really soft and very sheer. It usually tells us, gives us a width. 3/8 of an inch sheer ribbon in pool party. And there are sequins, but I can't find mine. I thought I had some, but maybe not. I don't know if I sold the shares that go with this. So I have a whole bunch of other ribbon. This one, unfortunately, is retired. I have some bumblebee, the gingham, and the regular bumblebee. And then I have a whole bunch of twine, which is all now retired. And does anybody remember these? Jean and Melissa, you might remember these. They were called Candy Dots. And I still have some. To be honest, I'd like to finish them and use them all up. So I will be concentrating on using those today. Then I also have some rhinestones and some of these now retired white perfect accents. Just honestly trying to use things up because I have too much stuff. And of course, Stampin' Up! Is always coming out with more stuff. So I'm going to keep these handy and we're going to stamp on that. All right. It is a photopolymer. Let me clean up a little bit. A photopolymer, so I need my Stampin' Pierce mat. I don't know where it is. Oh, all right. What do we want this to say? Well done. I like that. It's been a hard time for lots of people lately. And we need to show our appreciation. I don't have blocks over here either, so I need my Stampin' Pierce mat and my blocks because I'm going to put that well done right there. Let's move some stuff out of the way. Sorry, it's kind of messy. I love that orca. I think I need to make one of those tonight. And all those pieces. I've learned that I like to keep this a little neater so that you can concentrate on what I'm working on. So blocks, I have all my ink. I have all the colors that are in the pattern paper. Blocks and my Stampin' Pierce mat. I have my chamois, and I even got it. Maybe some. The seahorse is cute. He can go on a tiny little A block, and that seaweed can go on this narrow block. I see there's something on there, which probably would affect our stamping. All right. So this is kind of a different set for me. I don't know where to put these. Right there. And Stampin' Pierce mat. And I have a Stampin' Pierce mat that we used to pierce on for those of you that used to stamp with me in person. So this is one I've never pierced on. Okay. So what colors? I think since the card base is Pacific Point, we'll do this, the sentiment in Pacific Point. Sorry, I'm just inking up. Look at it, make sure. And put it up towards the top a little bit. Hopefully that worked. No, not so good. I need something strong underneath me. Mike. This table is too squishy. So this is from my new cut and emboss machine. Let's see if I have another one of those. I think I do. Nope, an oval will work. I could turn it over, but then the stitching isn't quite right. So we'll do something else with that. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do with it in a minute. Let me get this stamped good first. Perfect. All right. What I will do with this is use one of my scraps from cutting down my white for my layers, and I will just cover it like that. Oh, that one's already stamped on. I will just cover it like that and then probably stamp around it underneath. And whoever gets their card will never know that I didn't quite get that well done stamped appropriately. You know what? We're going to stamp that while we're here too. I'm going to put this under my paper. And this is going to go under there too. Lots of layers. So we're just going to stamp this. I'm going to use some greens. Just use a bunch of them. So Granny Apple Green was one of the colors in the Designer Series paper. And I imagine it's one of those colors on there. I don't know. I didn't look that closely. So I'm just going to stamp a few. And we'll make them go every which way. Notice I'm stamping twice to get different colors. And then I went and smeared it. Oh well, that's what happens. Normally I'd die cut another one, but I don't want to take the time. We're going to do lots of, I think maybe I want that other tall one. Let me get that other one out. It's so quiet when I'm down here by myself, so I'm going to use this other seaweed. Yeah. And I'm going to use Shaded Spruce for this one. I forget to look at comments. Okay. No more comments. So ink, ink, ink. So I'm going to go right over the top because remember, we're going to cover that up anyway. Oh, I like it when it's nice. So stamp once and then move it and stamp a second time. I'll show you straight on here in a minute. Let me get this done. Maybe another one over here. All right. Oh, I don't have a paper towel over here, so messy. I may have to go get a piece. All right, let's get the Shaded Spruce out of the way so I don't get that all over everything. So that's what that looks like. And this was our other one. So I'm going to use, let's trim that down. Christmas. Oh, I do have green all over me. Oh boy. Use my shammy to clean it up pretty well. You know what? I am going to step away again, sorry, and get a paper towel. Otherwise, everything's going to turn green. So what do you think of this suite? It's very cute. I wasn't going to get the Stampin' Punch at first, but then I won a pack of the Designer Series paper at an event. I'm like, well, if I have the paper, and it's 48 sheets that are 6 by 6 inches. I have all this paper. I may as well have the Stampin' Punch too. So, all right, let's get the Stampin' Pierce mat and that out of the way. So I'm going to cut off that Christmas blessings. Let's save that for a Christmas card. Okay, so this is 1 inch wide. Oh, I still have green all over my fingers. I don't think I'm getting it on the paper, though. I just have inked fingers. All right. And I assume you're responding great to what do you think of the... Okay. So we were going to have it say, well done. Let's bring this back. You know, I really like stamping on that, on this table. I don't know when I'll get to, I think I want a table for my IKEA. The rest of my furniture is from IKEA, so I don't know when I'll get over there. So I'm going to put this over to the side. Hopefully that's straight. We're going to do 2 of them. That way our next card that we put this on, I'm going to set this aside for a minute while I put some cards together. Just because I think this ink is taking longer to dry. Let's move that out of the way. All right. Let's see. Look at my hands. What a mess. That's too big. I think I like this. I'm going to pop. What am I going to do? I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. Trying to look at comments. See, I can't talk and take liners off of dimensionals. I'm going to put that right there. And I looked at this yellow and put it just above that. All right. Is this dry yet? I think that's dry. I'm pretty sure I have I do. I'm keeping these tag punches in my bag right next to me. Sorry, I can't remember the names of these punches, but it's a multi-pick, a pick your punch, pick your label punch. I don't know. So you can, and on the back I write 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, or 1 inch strips will fit into these grooves to give the different. So there's one, and then this one is banners. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. And we do have a 3rd one coming out in the mini catalog. So, to be honest, I have trouble creating this tag end. This one's okay, so we're going to try that one. I wish I had the new one already, but so you just put it in. See, it's a little wide, and I think that's where I have my trouble. And we're going to turn it over. And then I'm looking to make sure it's centered left to right and then pushed all the way forward. That's a pretty nice end. Let's do the other side. I know it's the other side of the other tag, but that's okay. And there we go. I should have that mini trimmer back. Boy, I am making a mess, and I am just getting started. It's after 8 o'clock already? Oh my goodness. We're not going to get many cards made in an hour, are we? I think I talk too much. So I'm going to put this in again. Oh, see, look how crooked that was, and I thought it was straight. We'll finish this card, and then I think we'll cut some more pattern paper. I don't like that. We're going to turn it over. Then you get the idea of my stamping sessions. All right, put that aside. Pick up my mess. They didn't go flying, so that's good. Now I have this piece that's going to go right on top of that. And I am going to pop that up on dimensionals, which I put away already. And then I'm going to use some of those candy dots to finish off this card. I could have used some of that pool party ribbon and put that right. Actually, I'm going to put 3 on there and really hide my misstamped well done. Put that there. And then I think we're going to finish it off with some of these, and card number 1 will be done. I shouldn't count cards because we're not going to get many today. And you reach behind the camera there. And I think I like those. Oh, that's not the end I want. Do I have that handy? I don't. I don't know where my other take your pick tool went. I'm just going to use scissors. I don't like using my fingers. We're not pick that up. Maybe. These are so old. I'll put one there. We're going to use different colors. Put one there. Let's put a couple more. That orange kind of goes with the, I think this is pumpkin pie. Back when it used to be a bright. Is it still a bright? I don't know. And we'll put it with the fishies. Let's just use some more because I have them here. And then one of these blue ones. All right. Here. Right there. Card number 1. Like I said, I'm not going to count them. There's a card. 4-inch by 1-inch strips of designer series paper. 5 of them. So that's kind of a scrap to me. Sometimes if you're making cards, that could be a scrap of paper. And that's a good use of it. All right. I have to find my take your pick tool. I know I showed you. I think it's all in a basket. All right, so there's one. Let's cut some more paper because you've seen me use 2-inch strips. Actually, this is really quick. Let's do one of these real quick. I want some. What color paper do I want? No, not that color. This is Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay, which is not officially or technically in there. No, that doesn't match either. That's why I didn't have it out till just a minute ago. Let's see. Nope. We want balmy blue. I don't know if I mentioned that color. Balmy blue. With that. So here's a quick card. If we're talking about being quick. So this is a 2-inch strip I had cut off when we got started. So now it's too long because it's 6 inches. Sure. It's 6 inches and our card is only 5.5. So I'm going to cut it at 5.5. Sometimes I cut it at 5 1/4. There's a little scrap. And I am saving those. I don't know if I'll ever do anything with them, but I'll probably have 30 of them by the time I'm done with the paper. So there's that. One thing I had suggested you do, and let's see if I can find mine, is cut and emboss some pieces. These don't match this, do they? Let's change our mind. We're going to use Night of Navy. Normally these don't fold real well because I want to show you this pool party. I embossed with the, I think it's called Seabed embossing folder. So this is, can you see? It is really pretty. It's very detailed. It's a 3D one, so it's a little deeper. And so what I did was I inked the embossing folder, and this I inked on the flat side. And so the raised side. And so the raised edges got inked, and then it's debossed. That's where the color is. You can kind of see that. And then I did the reverse, and I got this one. So I inked the flat side, and so the embossed that's raised didn't get the ink. I have a third idea using our new, it'll be in the January catalog, blending brushes. And you get 3 of them in the pack. You can see I've been playing with them. But we are going to use some, do I have Night of Navy here? I don't. Let's just use Tone on Tone. Pool Party. With Pool Party, we're going to get that out of the way. This is what we're working on. So let's see what it looks like with Pool Party ink on Pool Party paper. So I'm just tapping it in there, and it gets some ink on the brush. And you just brush. Oh, pretty. Now it is getting everywhere. I think you'll be able to see the highlights or the embossed better. But anyway, so these are our new blending brushes. I think I am going to buy more. So I have one brush for each color. You can see I used green and I think I used Calypso Coral or Blushing Bride. I can't remember. Some pink or pink. orange. And then I'll want a black, probably a black brush and a brown brush and a yellow brush as well. So I think I'm going to blend more, but that's with our blending brushes. Just adds a little interest. It isn't really bringing out the embossing any, but I just wanted you to see those. Okay. Boy, oh, I don't know. I think I need a drink. Anne, what are you working on? Is anybody else stamping? All right, so I'm going to use this as a layer on here. And then we'll just add a sentiment. That'll be a really quick card compared to that last one, right? And is this out? That one's out. Put it to the side. Oops. I can't see what I'm doing. I'll put that underneath. Oh boy. Oh. So I kind of line it up here and then I make sure this is somewhat straight. I am going to cover up some of that pretty design. I think it's longer than my card. Then I'll just use scissors to even that off. And punches. This is the easy way to, let's see. We'll use. What am I going to do? We'll just stick with well done. And what color? I wish I had a navy over here, but I don't. Okay, we'll do green. Shaded spruce. So I'm going to stamp this. I could tell it wasn't, being a clear stamp, I could tell there wasn't quite enough ink on the words. So that's why I inked it some more. We're going to set that aside for just a second. Put our ink away. And I want to layer behind the sentiment, so I'm going to grab my shaded spruce scrap. And since I have been, I bought a filing cabinet to put my cardstock in. Make sure that's dry. Okay. I'm going to try to center this. Okay, I did put it apart enough. I'm going to center it just like that. And let's add some interest. Do these colors go together? Sure. So look at my scrap from flowers. All right. Put that away. Oh, I started to say something, didn't I? Oh, my scraps. So I bought a filing cabinet, and there's hanging folders, and each folder has 2 colors, and I kind of alphabetized by family. And so these are the scraps that I keep. And then I'll just keep punching till that's gone, or die cutting. You know, these were punches, these were die cuts. But that's my scrap. And so I have a lot less scraps these days, which is really nice. So I'm going to layer this with the blue on the top, blue and bottom, blue and green, but I'm going to cut those in half. And use the other half on another sentiment. You've seen me do this many times. That's not quite straight, is it? We're going to stamp a little bit in Granny Apple Green with the small seaweed. Let's see if it works okay without the Stampin' Pierce mat under me. It does. You know what? There's little fishies. Let's make this really cute. We're going to add some fishies. Oh, also coral. That could be kind of fun. I think I did that on that other card. Let's add some little fishies. They're so cute. See, and this card went together in like 10 minutes. That first one took a while. What color should our fish be? We will make them blue to match. Sorry for my reach. Pacific Point. Have I been telling you colors I'm using? I think I have. Some little fishy swimming by. I really like this turtle too. I think we'll use him next. How are we doing? 8:16. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate that. Okay, so some adhesive. I have my mouse from my computer right next to me too. Adhesive on the top and bottom. And then we're going to layer this. So I just made sure this is straight along here. And then I looked away to make sure I was in the camera view. And I burnished that. And the top, oh, my hands are such a mess, aren't they? See, and I cut it crooked, but it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to see it. Line that up just so. And some more dimensionals, which I didn't put away. See, I'm not cleaning up. That's my problem. Look at the back. What a mess. Nobody's going to see it, though, unless it comes off the card. But if I add enough dimensionals, it won't come off the card. All right. Anne is working on a gift card holder and tags. Awesome. Are they for Christmas? I think you were working on some Christmas ones, weren't you? All right. Sorry, I need to see where I think I want this to go. Oh, that green is crooked. I really notice things when I go to photograph my cards. That's when I really notice things I wish I had done differently. That's good. And where do we want this? We want to make sure you can see the whales. Right there. And then I need a piece on the inside, which I can do later. You know how to do that. And I will trim off, just use scissors to trim off the bottom there. I think I went to the top. Yeah. So there's another card. Just a 2-inch strip. One of my favorite ways to use our 6-inch designer series paper is just a 2-inch strip. And I only had a 1/2 inch down here that was scrap. Like I said, I might come up with something. And then these two I'll use on another sentiment like that on a different card. I want to do something with this turtle. He is so cute. And maybe the coral. Let's do the turtle and the coral. And then I think we'll be done for the night. Let's cut some more pattern paper. All right. I want to make sure I don't lose anything, though. What color? Let's start with the cardstock. What were those? Those were both dark blue. Let's use... Oh, let's use Bumblebee. We're going to use the coral, and I'll probably use Calypso Coral. Very appropriately named, for the coral stamp, and that'll go good with that. And my pattern paper is in this pile somewhere, probably on the bottom, because that's what we started with. Yep. And let me look at where'd my notes go? On the computer. Oh, I had talked about, I talked about this too. Let's do that with, we're going to cut a 2-inch strip off of a piece, which I have some here, but let's cut another piece and cut a 1/2 inch off the bottom, right? No, we're going to do a quarter. Let me think. That's 5. Yeah, we're going to cut a 1/2 inch off the bottom, and then I'm going to cut that into 2 1-inch strips, and then I'll show you this card with that. And what color do we want? We're going to use the turtle, probably in Granny Apple Green. That'd be fun. And coral. Do we want turtles on there? Might be fun. Let's do that. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. All right. Clean up. Move things off to the side just a minute. All right. So I want 2-inch strip here. Or here. No, I think we want that. So I'm going to turn it upside down and cut 2 inches. And then it's 5.5 on our card, but we want a little border. So I'm going to go 5 1/4. So that's 3/4 of an inch off. And that will probably be scrap. So this is 2 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to cut this in half. So I have 2 1-inch strips. So I can line it up here. And then I usually hold it in 2 places so that my paper doesn't move. So I get nice even strips. I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way. So I'm going to take my card front. And it's just an 8.5 by 8.5 by 5.5, just a standard card. And in the front, I'm going to score at 1 1/4. Again, I have my measurements on the right side. And there we go. Make sure I'm using my scoring blade. So that's a 1 1/4 inch score, and I'm just going to fold that back. And bone folder. Thought I just put it away. I did. Sorry. This setup's a little different than when I do Facebook Lives. I don't know. I think the camera's much lower. I may have to raise it. It's only about 4 inches lower. It's not folding flat. I'll work at that more. And then these 2 pieces, so they go like that. Oh, that green is pretty. I missed that one. I don't think I've ever even noticed that one. So these 2 are going to line up this way. So I'm going to put one here. Definitely. Oh, and I think it just ran out. I did. Good thing I have another one. And I have a refill. So just like that. And then rather than making it a Z fold, I am going to adhere this down. And there's our card. Isn't that fun? All it was is a standard card with a 1 1/4 inch score. You could very easily do it with a card that has been cut the long way. Let's do that real quick. So I'm going to score. Make sure I get that out of the way. Score at 5 1/2. And maybe we'll score this at 1 1/2 instead. I did go the other direction. So that's 1 1/2. There's our card. And then it would open that way. That'd be pretty fun. Let me grab a die cut. Do I have a die cut? I know I do if I look through my pile here. Oh, I don't want you to see my pile. It's just a pile. Where did my die cuts go? Sorry. Oh, there they are. You could put a die cut. That's a really old one. Put a die cut that goes over the edge. Wouldn't that be cute? Put some pattern paper here. I probably want wider pieces, though I didn't go 1 1/4 would have worked with these 1-inch strips, but that would be cute. So you can go either direction, was my point. All right, let's finish this one. We're going to use our sea turtle, or I think it's a sea turtle. I assume sea turtles are the ones that live with whales. Okay, and our coral. It's my reach. We're going to use Calypso coral on the coral. And Mr. Turtle is going to be Granny Apple Green. I'm running out of blocks because I haven't put anything away. I will just use punches on this too. So let's grab some white. Or you know what? Whoa, that went flying. That's kind of big for that card. That I was working with. See, I have some more ideas. I'll use those ideas on Monday. I don't know where my paper went. I just have such a mess here. That's why it's half the fun. All right, so I'm going to use, you know what? Let's punch this first. I'm just going to punch a little one. These two coordinate, which is really kind of fun. We're going to just punch two white. I don't know how this is going to work. And these two layer. You can't see with the white on white. I'll hold it close to the camera. Maybe you can see. See, they layer very nicely. But we're going to stamp on them so that you'll be able to see both pieces. So we're going to take the flips of coral and our little coral stamp. You see them ink, 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 ink. I'm going to stamp on the bottom a couple times. Stamp off, get some more. I think that needs some green. What do you think? I think we need some seaweed. We are going to use the same granny apple green that we're going to use on our turtle, but we'll stamp it off. We'll use the long one. And stamp off. And then stamp on. Oh, pretty. I believe these are distinctive stamps, which is a different technology. They're like radiated. I don't know. It's hard to say. Oh, and commented. Christmas and birthday. Fun. I wanted to watch Elf this afternoon, and we don't have it. And it's not on Netflix or Peacock. All right, Mr. Turtle. Maybe we'll just stamp him. He's too big. He's too big to go on here, I think. I'm sorry, I'm just inking. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I forget where my camera is. Oh, cute. Look at him. That's so cute. So it's granny apple green on the turtle and then stamped off on the seaweed. So it actually is the same color, but it doesn't really look it. Could have used shaded spruce and stamped off a couple times. I don't know if I need this piece. Where'd our card go? Here it is. We need something else on here, don't we? Ribbon. I have bumblebee ribbon. Oh, that would be cute. Just something more. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot. I think we will stamp a sentiment on that other punched piece. Normally I stamp sentiments first and then punch so I can line them up perfectly. We'll try it this way. And if it doesn't work, we'll either turn it over, two sides to your cardstock, or I have lots of white paper cardstock that we can use. All right, he's going to go here. Then I think we'll do something. Where'd our stamps go? Thanks a ton. Does that work? No, because it's not a whale. Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. There's no fish on here. I think I need another stamp set. I don't know if I have some stamp sets here that I thought about using, but we didn't even get to them. I thought of dry brush. Sailing home is also nautical, and then swirly frames are just frames. Let me grab another stamp. I'll be quick because it's already the one I use all the time. This is from one of the kits in the annual catalog. It's just a happy birthday. And I think we will use a darker color. We'll use shaded spruce. I'm going to try to put it up near the top. Just ink. Stamp. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. Yay, it worked. Sorry, I don't know if I got my head in the frame. Sorry if I did. Oh, we didn't get to our orca. Next time. Oh, look how cute that is. So I think we'll adhere this just flat. Adhesive, where did it go? Did I put it back? That'd be amazing. I don't know where it went. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. I miss stamping with people. I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself. I don't know if this is the right one. So we're gonna, oh, I didn't get it perfectly, but that's all right. I want to see those turtles. So we're going to put happy birthday there. Put this up on dimensionals. Ooh, those are little ones. I want big ones. So thank you for joining me for my first Stampin' with Sue on YouTube. I'll be back next month. I want to say it's the 16th of December. Again, it's the third Wednesday, whatever that is. I don't know what I'll be doing, but it'll be something fun. Oh, look at that. Happy birthday. Oh, that was fun. Thank you for joining me. I'll show you all the cards we made. Clean up my mess a little bit. Get this out of the way. And bring back my contact information. Obviously, you found me on YouTube. There's our 1 inch by 4 inch. I love that design. And just our 2-inch strip. Oh, I just tossed it out of the way. And then more 1-inch strips. So this is the 2-inch strip just cut down into 2 with that extra little fold. So these are our cards for tonight. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. And I'll look for you online. Reach out to me if you have any questions or you need help or you want to order. You can order through my website, North Star Stamper. Take care. Thanks for joining me. I had fun. Hope you did too. Bye.